Blitz.
Hello everyone, this is Mike with Bet Blitz. Welcome back to your source for daily sports picks. Today's a new day and we're looking to set you up with a few of some of the best picks on both PrizePicks as well as Underdog. Now last video we did have a like goal for this video and you guys absolutely did crush that. So we will be dropping a bonus pick at the end of this video, so make sure you stay tuned to the end of this video for that extra bonus pick. If you would like a bonus pick in tomorrow's video, we are challenging you to get this video to 250 likes, and if this video does meet that goal, we will be dropping another bonus pick in tomorrow's video as well. So please take a moment to hit that like button for that extra bonus pick. If you're new to the channel, take a moment to subscribe and turn on your post notifications so that you have early access to our picks as soon as we post and before the lines get bumped. Also, if you like the picks in this video and want more, check out our Discord where we drop more picks every single day. And after this video, let us know down in the comment section which of these picks you will be taking as well as the ones you won't, or any other lines that you think might have a great chance of hitting. All right, let's get right into the best picks for today. For our first pick, we'll be headed over to the points plus assists tab, and we'll be selecting Obi Toppin for more than 12.5 points plus assists. Taking a quick look here on Outlier, and by the way, if you'd like to try Outlier for yourself, use our link in the description below for a free 7-day trial. You see that Obi Toppin has actually exceeded this line in 7 of his last 10 games. Additionally, Obi Toppin has exceeded this line in 60% of his last 20 games, as well as in 60% of his last 5 head-to-head matchups versus the New York Knicks. Now, Obi Toppin and the Indiana Pacers will be facing off against a very good defensive team in the New York Knicks. During the regular season, the Knicks were ranked top 10 in both points and assists allowed to their opponents. However, when it came to defending opponent small forwards, it was a bit of a different story. They gave up a lot of points, over 21 per game, as well as a lot of assists to the position, over 4 per game. Here are the power forward numbers as well for those of you who would like to see that. They still are giving up a lot of points there. But overall, Obi Toppin should have plenty of opportunity to reach this line. Taking a quick look here at his minutes, we see that Obi Toppin is getting plenty of minutes. In his last 10 games, he's had an average of 18 minutes per game. However, during the playoffs, he's picked up his minute total significantly, with a few games in the mid-20s. And with his stellar play in the opening 2 games of the second round, you can expect him to have a huge minute increase. So he'll have plenty of time to reach this line as well. On the regular season, Obi Toppin was a solid scorer for the Indiana Pacers, averaging above 10 points per game. Not much of a playmaker, averaging just above 1.5 assists per game. However, during the playoffs, he's picked up his scoring significantly, increasing it to an average of above 13 points per game, and his assist average has remained pretty constant as well. So for all these reasons, again, we'll be taking Obi Toppin for more than 12.5 points plus assists. For our next pick, we'll be headed over to the points plus rebounds tab, and we'll be selecting Michael Porter Jr. for more than 22.5 points plus rebounds. Taking a quick look here on Outlier, we see that Michael Porter Jr. has actually exceeded this line in 7 of his last 10 games. He did have a very poor shooting game in game 2 of this series, in which he totaled 9 points and 5 rebounds. However, this is very out of character for Porter Jr., and we expect him to have a big bounce-back performance after this no-show game in Game 2, especially with their postseason on the line. Now, Michael Porter Jr. and the Denver Nuggets will be facing off against a very good defensive team in the Minnesota Timberwolves. During the regular season, the Timberwolves were ranked top 5 in both points and rebounds allowed to their opponents. And while they were ranked pretty high when it came to defending opponents' small forwards, points, and rebounds, they still were giving up nearly 20 points to the position as well as over 7 assists. Here are the power forward numbers as well for those of you who want to see that. But overall, Michael Porter Jr. should have plenty of opportunity to reach this line. Taking a quick look at his minutes here, we see that Michael Porter Jr. is getting a solid dose of minutes, averaging over 36 minutes per game in his last 10 games. And during these playoffs, he's either cleared or gotten very close to the 40-minute mark. So he'll also have plenty of time to reach this line as well. Now, on the regular season, Michael Porter Jr. was a solid scorer as well as rebounder for the Denver Nuggets, averaging near 17 points per game and a solid 7 rebounds. And during these playoffs, he's really picked up his scoring as well as his aggression on the boards, increasing his average to above 20 points per game and above 7.5 rebounds. He's also seen a huge spike in his minutes, increasing to from about 32 minutes per game to over 39 minutes per game. And again, with his lackluster performance in game two and the risk of the Denver Nuggets potentially going down 3-0, as well as Jamal Murray's limitations with his calf injury, you can expect the Denver Nuggets to rely heavily on Michael Porter Jr. and for him to have a bounce back. So, for all these reasons, again, we will be taking Michael Porter Jr. for more than 22.5 points plus rebounds. Now, for those of you wisely making picks on Underdog Fantasy, we wanted to share a couple of picks that we thought had a great chance of hitting, and that's a Nikola Jokic for lower than 0.5 triple doubles, as well as Isaiah Hardenstein for higher than 0.5 double doubles. And if you like making picks on the traditional PRAs, but also want access to make picks on things like triple doubles as well as double doubles, check out Underdog Fantasy because right now, when you use code BETBLITZ, you'll receive up to $250 in bonus cash. They are actually doing a new promotion right now. So in addition to the free pick that you'll get after signing up with this code, you'll get up to $250 in bonus cash as well. Now for our third pick, we'll actually be headed over to the points plus assist tab, where we'll be selecting Anthony Edwards for more than 33.5 points plus assists. Taking a quick look here on Outlier, again, use our link in the description below for a free 7-day trial. We see that Anthony Edwards has actually exceeded this line in 6 of his last 10 games, including going over this line in 53% of his last 15 games versus the Denver Nuggets. Now, Anthony Edwards and the Minnesota Timberwolves will be facing off against a very good defensive team in the Denver Nuggets, especially when it comes to defending opponents' shooting guards. The Denver Nuggets were ranked top 10 in both points and assists, but they still were giving up nearly 25 points and over 5, near 6 assists per game to the position. And if you've been watching Anthony Edwards' playoff run this season, he is on an incredible hot streak. And we expect this to continue, especially as they go back home for game 3. Taking a quick look here at his minutes, we see that Anthony Edwards is getting plenty of minutes, averaging above 37 minutes per game over his last 10 games. During these playoff runs, he has been seeing minutes in the near 40s, if not over 40 minutes per game. So he should also have plenty of opportunity to reach this line and time as well. On the regular season, Anthony Edwards was a solid scorer as well as a playmaker for the Minnesota Timberwolves, averaging above 25, near 26 points per game and above 5 assists. During the playoffs, as we mentioned earlier, he's taken his playmaking and scoring to a next level, averaging above 32 points per game as well as close to 6 assists per game. So for all these reasons, again, we'll be taking Anthony Edwards for more than 33.5 points plus assists. All right, these are our picks for today. And after we finish reviewing, let us know down in the comment section which of these picks you will be taking, as well as the ones that you won't, or any other lines that you think have a great chance of hitting. Our analysts love reading over your feedback, so let them know what you think about their picks. So for our picks today, again, we'll be taking Obi Toppin for more than 12.5 points plus assists. We'll be taking Michael Porter Jr. for more than 22.5 points plus rebounds. And finally, we'll be taking Anthony Edwards for more than 33.5 points plus assists. Now, we're not saying to take all these picks and throw them into some big parlay, but overall, these picks could be some useful additions to the overall entries that you have in mind. Okay, now for our bonus pick, we'll be headed over to the points plus rebounds tab, and we'll be selecting, or rather, we'll be in the points plus assist tab, and we'll be selecting Naz Reid for more than 11.5 points plus assists. Taking a quick look here on Outlier, we see that Naz Reid has actually exceeded this line in 6 of his last 10 games. Naz Reid has also exceeded this line in 70% of his last 20 games. And head-to-head versus the Denver Nuggets, Naz Reid has exceeded this line in 5 of his last 8 matchups versus the Nuggets. Additionally, while the Denver Nuggets have been a solid defensive team, they haven't been as good when it came to defending against opponents' centers, giving up over 19 points and 3.5 assists to the position. Here are the power forward numbers for those of you who want to see that as well. But overall, Naz Reid should have plenty of opportunity to reach this line. Taking a quick look here at his minutes, we see that Naz Reid is getting a solid dose of minutes over his last 10 games, averaging near 24 minutes per game. And during the playoffs, he has seen an extended run with his minutes totaling near the 30s. And he's often on the court late game when the Minnesota Timberwolves like to run 5 out as well. So Naz Reid should also have plenty of time to reach this line as well. For the regular season, Nas Reed was a solid scorer as well, averaging above 13 points per game, 13 and a half. Wasn't much of a playmaker, just shy of 1.5 assists per game. However, what we want to point out to you is that in his last 5 matchups versus Denver Nuggets, Nas Reed has averaged above 13 points and has held constant with his playmaking as well, going over 1.5 assists. So for all these reasons, for our bonus pick, we will be taking Nas Reed for more than 11.5 points plus assists. And if you'd like a bonus pick in tomorrow's video as well, let's get this video to above 250 likes. If you're new to the channel, take a moment to subscribe and turn on your post notifications so that you have early access to our picks as soon as we post and before these lines get bumped. Also, again, comment down below which of these picks you will be taking as well as the ones you won't, or any other feedback you have for us. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.